If you're over 62 and receiving Social Security, a $5,900 payment could be heading to your Direct Express card or bank account this July, but there's a deadline approaching that most seniors don't know about. I've been tracking policy developments in Washington for 8 years, and what's happening right now is unprecedented. This isn't another theoretical proposal floating around Congress. We're talking about actual legislation with bipartisan support that could put nearly $6,000 in your pocket within weeks. But here's the catch. If you don't understand the qualification process, you could miss out entirely. I'm going to walk you through exactly what's happening on Capitol Hill, who qualifies, when payments start, and the 3 critical steps you need to take before the July 15th cutoff. Stick with me until the end, because I'll reveal the one mistake that's already disqualified thousands of seniors from receiving this money. The Senior Economic Security Act, introduced as emergency legislation, establishes a $5,900 one-time payment for qualifying seniors, followed by monthly increases to existing benefits. This targets the 40 million Americans over 62 who've been hit hardest by inflation since 2021. Before we dive deeper, hit that like button if this information is helpful. It tells YouTube to show this to more seniors who need to see it. And subscribe with notifications on because payment dates are changing rapidly. Here's what's actually happening in Washington. The Senate Finance Committee fast-tracked this bill after new inflation data showed seniors' purchasing power has dropped 23% since 2020. The $5,900 figure isn't random. It's calculated to restore that lost purchasing power immediately. The payment structure works in 2 phases. Phase 1 delivers the $5,900 lump sum through your existing Direct Express card or the same bank account where you receive Social Security. Phase 2 implements permanent monthly increases starting in August. You qualify if you meet these 4 criteria. First, you're 62 or older by July 1st, 2024. Second, you're currently receiving Social Security retirement, disability, or survivor benefits. Third, your adjusted gross income is under $85,000 if single or $170,000 if married filing jointly. Fourth, you've been a U.S. citizen or legal resident for at least 5 years. Most people don't know this, but there's also an emergency provision for seniors who lost income due to medical expenses. If you spent more than 10% of your Social Security income on healthcare in 2023, you automatically qualify, regardless of other income. The timeline is aggressive. If the bill passes final votes this week, and all indicators suggest it will, the Treasury Department has 21 days to begin distributions. That puts first payments around July 22nd for Direct Express users and July 29th for bank deposits. Here's where it gets interesting. Unlike previous stimulus payments that went out in waves over months, this system prioritizes seniors first. The infrastructure is already in place through Social Security's payment system. But here's the catch I mentioned earlier. The IRS must verify your current address and banking information before any payment can be processed. If you've moved, changed banks, or your Direct Express card has expired since your last Social Security payment, you could face significant delays. Let me address 3 special situations. If you're receiving SSDI, your payment comes through the same process as retirement benefits. If you're a surviving spouse receiving survivor benefits, you qualify based on your age and the deceased spouse's work record. If you're still working while receiving Social Security, your earned income doesn't affect this payment. Only investment income and pensions count toward the income limits. Here are your 3 critical action steps. First, verify your address with Social Security immediately. You can do this online at ssa.gov or by calling 1-800-772-1213. Don't wait. They're experiencing massive call volumes. Second, confirm your Direct Express card is active or your bank information is current. If you need to update banking details, do it now. Changes can take up to 10 business days to process. Third, gather your 2023 tax return. While most seniors won't need to submit additional paperwork, having your AGI readily available speeds up any verification process. Most people don't know this, but there's a backup payment method. If your Direct Express card fails or bank information is outdated, the Treasury will issue paper checks. However, these take an additional 3-4 weeks to arrive, pushing your payment into late August. I know some of you are thinking, this sounds too good to be true. Here's why it's legitimate. The funding comes from redirected discretionary spending, not new debt. The Congressional Budget Office has already scored the cost, and it's been approved by both the House Ways and Means Committee and Senate Finance Committee. Let me hit the most common questions. Is this taxable? Yes, it's considered taxable income for 2024, but most seniors won't owe additional taxes due to standard deduction amounts. Can I get it if I owe back taxes? Yes, this payment is protected from most federal offsets except child support. What if I'm receiving SSI? SSI recipients qualify under separate emergency provisions with slightly different timing. Critical warning: the government will never ask you to pay fees, provide bank passwords, or call premium numbers to receive this money. If anyone contacts you demanding payment to unlock your stimulus, it's a scam. All legitimate communications come through official Social Security notices or SSA.gov. Beyond the $5,900 payment, the monthly increases are substantial. Starting in August, Social Security payments increase by an additional $147 per month for the average recipient. This compounds with the regular cost of living adjustment, meaning a typical senior sees their monthly check grow by over $200. The political reality is favorable. With midterm elections approaching, supporting seniors is universally popular. The bill has 67 Senate co-sponsors, well above the 60 needed to overcome any filibuster. House leadership has committed to a vote within 48 hours of Senate passage. One thing to understand: some states may treat this as countable income for Medicaid or other benefits. However, the legislation includes provisions requiring states to exclude this payment from benefit calculations for 12 months. Before you go, double-check these verification points. Log in to your My Social Security account to confirm your address. If you don't have an online account, create one immediately. It's the fastest way to verify your information. Check your most recent Social Security statement for accuracy. Any discrepancies could delay your payment. Here's what to expect in the coming weeks. Senate vote likely occurs by Thursday. House passage expected within 72 hours of Senate action. Presidential signature happens immediately. This has full administration support. Treasury begins processing within 21 days of signature. First payments arrive approximately 30 days from bill signing. If you need immediate assistance, contact your local Social Security office directly. Don't rely on the main number. Local offices can often resolve address and banking issues same day. Find your local office at ssa.gov/locator. Here's the mistake that's already cost seniors their payments: waiting to verify information. The Treasury Department cannot process payments to outdated addresses or closed bank accounts. By the time you realize there's a problem, you've missed the initial distribution window. This $5,900 payment represents the largest direct senior assistance since Medicare's creation. Combined with permanent monthly increases, we're looking at over $7,000 in additional annual income for most recipients. Take action today. Verify your Social Security information, confirm your banking details, and stay informed about final passage. Subscribe to this channel for real-time updates as the situation develops. I'll post immediately when the bill passes and when payment dates are confirmed. Drop a comment below with your state. I'm tracking which areas see payments first, and we'll share that data with subscribers. And if this video helped you understand the process, share it with other seniors who need this information. The clock is ticking. Don't let bureaucratic delays cost you $5,900. Take those verification steps now, and I'll see you in the next update. Watch this video next to learn about the monthly payment increases starting in August. And don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on when your payment arrives.